This is a production of Hockey Night in Oswego, only on WTOP.
And after a win last night against the SUNY Morrisville Mustangs, the Oswego State women's hockey team returns home to face off against that very same opponent to continue to potentially lead into a 3-game winning streak. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Turgeon alongside Kyle Spizak for today's matchup between Morrisville and Oswego State. And Kyle, a big 2 points on the line. Oswego looking to continue that streak rolling into next weekend.
Yeah, the Lakers started off the year kind of rough, dropping a few games that they could have stayed closer in or even taken the win on, but they're looking to extend this winning streak, well, make it a 3-game winning streak after taking their last 2, as we take a look at last game stats real quick here.
You talk about last game, coming off a win against Morrisville, 4-1 victory down the Morrisville Iceplex. Take a look, everyone. I mean, it was really, the stats don't lie. Oswego should have won this one, but how much is the question?
That's what, honestly, if you look at the stats, 41 saves, my apologies, for Morrisville. That's a big amount. That's a huge amount of saves for a game. Oswego probably should have netted in a few more if you're putting up that many shots, but that can either be a test of a really good goaltender for Morrisville or just some sloppy inside the zone play for Oswego.
And we talk about the saves on one end. I mean, Hilbert College facing off against a new HL opponent, Canton last night. A goaltender for Hilbert making 72 saves on the night last night. I mean, 41's a no-brainer for Morrisville. Oswego only capitalizing with 4 goals. Morrisville getting 1 to keep it relatively close. But as we go into this game, I mean, you kind of expect hopefully the same fate for Oswego. But Morrisville, it's tough to beat a team twice in the same weekend.
That's what, because you're going right off of already seeing them. So you give them what you've got, and they've given you what they have as well. So obviously, Morrisville's going to learn from last night's game what they can do to improve against this Oswego offense. And Ashlyn McGrath has just been absolutely outstanding for Oswego, and that's going to be the key for Morrisville here tonight, is trying to shut her down.
And she's been all over the place. Going into today, a 3-game goal streak for number 13 in white today, not green, but 13 in white, Ashlyn McGrath. 18 shots so far this year, finding the back of the net twice yesterday against Morrisville. Definitely really the Energizer Bunny of this team, as Coach Digby has alluded to in previous weeks. Really brings the energy on this bench, on this team, and putting the puck in the back of the net too. So really an overall well-rounded individual that's bringing the chemistry together for this team going into when they need it most.
Yeah, and her stats on the ice don't lie. I mean, just look at that. 4 goals, 1 assist so far on the year. And like you said, all 4 of those goals have come within the last 3 games, which is absolutely absurd. It's insane how on fire she has been right now. And she also netted an assist in those last couple of games. So 5 points in 3 games, that's pretty impressive, Turge.
You got to look for her to really be on track today going into a key matchup against these Mustangs. But let's talk about getting on track. You start off the year 0-3. You take those 2 losses against Adrian on opening weekend. Number 12 team in the nation at that point. A tough game to lose. I mean, a competitive team nonetheless. And then you go into Potsdam. You take the loss there, a 2-1 score line. They couldn't really catch a break. Power play struggled that game. And they're turning it around in Canton. Really, definitely a testimonial to this team and how much adversity they can overcome.
That's what I mean. They had a really, really tough start to the season. Like you said, playing Adrian, one of the better programs in the nation. That's a tough test, but that's also something you want to start early in your season so you have those hard opponents. That way when you come into some conference games, you're not playing number 12 Adrian. So there's a lot of lessons you can learn from those huge games that you can then implement in these, I don't want to say smaller, but not as impactful games.
And you talk about impactful games, but we're not the only ones here that are dressed up in suits covering you guys. But Scott Brubaker down ringside talking about the momentum going into today's contest. Scott?
Hey guys, nice to be joining you today. The Lakers had a rough start to the season, losing their first 4 games in a row. However, the past 2 games they backpedaled and won the past 2. Today, the Lakers have a chance to keep riding that momentum into another win. Let's take a look at what Coach Mark Digby had to say about it.
We really hope that we can look back at Friday night's post-game to the pre-game Saturday as the turning point in the season. You know, I think there were a lot of great conversations had after that game, that should hopefully, really just help us get moving in the right direction.
Now it's important to note that yesterday's game they won against Morrisville 4-1. So this could be a chance for the Lakers to get their third win in a row. They're going to be working on that momentum to try to keep bringing it to the rest of the season. On the other side of the break, we're going to have our players to watch, our goalies, and our puck drop, all here on WTOP 10.
I love you!
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope, I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back into the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for this Newell contest between the Morrisville State Mustangs and the Oswego State Lakers. Thomas Turgeon, Kyle Spizak with you here in the Steve Levy press box, where we're minutes away from teams taking the ice for another matinee matchup for this Oswego State women's hockey team. And we talk about Morrisville coming into town. Oswego has really had the best of them when it comes to the history itself.
That's right, and not a long history between the two programs as we take a look here over at the matchup history. Oswego really dominates this matchup, 9-1 in their 10 appearances, and Oswego 30 more goals than Morrisville throughout those 10 games.
And Oswego really catching the break on this Morrisville team, a 4-1 win last year, tallying 15 goals in total on the road alone against Morrisville. So Oswego really generating those offensive opportunities against this Morrisville team. Coach Digby talking about this Morrisville team. Their offense may not be at its peak, but their goaltending is really what keeps them in games and provides a challenge for Oswego State tonight. And that leads us to the goalies itself. We'll talk about tonight's starters. Lexi Levy getting the start once again for the Oswego State Lakers. On the other end, Morrisville going with the same goaltender they went with last night. Nonetheless, Oswego, they didn't really have to contest much when it comes to shots on goal and stuff like that, but Levy gets the nod again tonight.
And Levy has had an outstanding season so far to start. A .919 save percentage as a sophomore. That is really, really good, especially in the Newell being a very competitive conference. And Morrisville, on the other hand, just last night, Jones was electric, Turge.
She made a lot of saves in that matchup, like huge key stops in that matchup. She, once again, as a goaltender, you can only do so much. I mean, you have to stop the puck, but at the end of the day, 45 saves, that's a lot for this team nonetheless. I mean, talk about really good goaltender in between the pipes for Morrisville tonight. But nonetheless, we'll move to the players to watch now. Morrisville on one hand. Kyle, what you got?
For Morrisville, I think we got to keep an eye out on Reese Brown. She's been really good so far this year. One of the few bright spots in this Morrisville offense, the captain for the Stangs. Shot percentage of 5.6% right there. So this team has had trouble struggling, scoring, my apologies, but she has been one of the few that have facilitated the offense for Morrisville.
And on the other end for the home team, Oswego, who you have?
I have Rhea Zemlak, the freshman so far this year. She has been electric for the Lakers, a star that nobody saw coming. She, on defense, just great playmaker. She's had a few assists across the last couple of games, 2 in the last 2 games. Just great job at starting the breakout, keeping the puck in, and maintaining the possession of the puck to give them that opportunity to put pucks in the net.
Zemlak having 2 assists in the game against Canton last weekend. But moving into keys in today's game, I mean, look at Morrisville. What do you got?
Really, if you're Morrisville, you just have to try to stop Oswego. You have to limit the aggression and possession that this Oswego team plays with. They're very fierce. They're fast. They'll play you hard in the corners. You just have to outbattle that.
And Oswego, on the other hand, how you keep the train rolling. You got 2 straight right now. Another key 2 points on the line. What do you got?
You have to come out here like you just ate an entire bag of Smarties. You have to come out here with more energy than you have had all season. Like you said, this is their chance to extend to their first winning streak on the year. So you have to want it, and you have to come out and play like you want it.
And at the end of the day, going into your final thoughts, Oswego, how they keep the train rolling?
It's just getting the puck down in the corners, cycling, maintaining possession of the puck, finding open ice. You cannot let Morrisville skate with the puck. And if they do have the puck on their stick, you have to be on them immediately. Don't allow any chances.
Absolutely. And puck drop's just a minute away. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, puck drop is next.
I'm a lot more confident and a lot more sure of my abilities.
At Oswego is where I've really found myself and became the person I am. You work hard and you play hard. I love the environment of SUNY Oswego.
Made her college years possible, opening that education savings account when she was little, spearheading campus tours, and deciphering financial aid. If you can ace planning for college, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
Over to Teachout. Teachout over the left circle. Back to Taggart. The one-time shot. Bird scores! Philomena Taggart gets the goal. Lakers on top. It's a power play goal.
That's a good move. She's going to be taken out of the ice. No call. Back there gets another one to Teachout. Teachout moving in one-on-one down the wing, using her speed, takes a shot, and she scored! Megan Teachout, and the Lakers take the 1-0 lead.
Hockey night in Oswego starts now.
Welcome back into Hockey Day in Oswego, where it's Military Appreciation Night, or day rather, for the Oswego State women's hockey team. A pretty cool situation going on down rinkside now. Mia Comboy able to take the ceremonial face-off puck drop, as her father is today's recipient of the Veterans Day recognition for today's events, and special themed day for the women's hockey program, facing off against the Morrisville State Mustangs here in another Newell Conference play matchup. Thomas Turgeon, Kyle Spizak with you on the call today for a huge 2 points at stake for Oswego State. And Kyle, how they start off on the right foot today?
If you're Oswego, what you got to do here to start off right is you have to win the first faceoff, instantly get down in Morrisville's zone, put the pressure on immediately. Morrisville's coming, obviously they played yesterday down in Morrisville. Morrisville coming off of a bus ride up here today, so playing a game yesterday and then having a 2-hour bus ride up here, Morrisville's going to be a bit delayed. They're going to have to get their legs going early on. So Oswego, you're already here, you're rested, you got to be ready to go straight off the jump, put that pressure on them, and catch them off guard, really.
Oswego having Lexi Levy to start, as mentioned in the pregame show. On the other hand, it's Maggie Jones for the Morrisville State Mustangs. Starting lineups: Taylor Hudon, Shines, and Rachel Corbett at forward. Zemlak and Webster on the back end for defense. On the other hand, it's Kowalski, Eason, and Pritchard for the Mustangs, and Nitre and Maybe on the defense. We're underway. First period of play. Oswego State Morrisville here at the Deb on Saturday afternoons, and is chipped away and back out in the neutral zone. Webster corrals it back. Ricochets off the stick of Corbett and back down into the defensive zone of Morrisville. Hudon the first one on it. Waxed at it and taken away by the Mustangs. Tried to keep in, was Zemlak, but it's taken away now by Kalinowski. And on Levy, and a huge save there as she goes tumbling into the boards hard. A scary start for Oswego State, but a huge stop by Lexi Levy to open up play.
Yeah, that's a really bad mistake to make this early in the game. Zemlak comes in, tries to keep the puck in, just slips right under the blade of her stick, and that gives Morrisville the opportunity on a one-on-one. Great job of Levy stepping up and knocking down that opportunity this early in the game.
Face-off won by the Lakers. It's recovered by Shell over for Zenstein. We'll see a new look on the new line coming on. It's Haas, Grugan, and McGrath for Oswego State. McGrath, as mentioned, on a goal streak. 3 games going in, as she'll chip it in the far side corner. She races for it, hits it over for Grugan. Back from McGrath behind the net. Shoots there, and that goes off the outside of the cage. Haas in the far corner. It's taken back, though, by McDonald. Grugan battling for it. Haas for it. Sends it right up for Shell. Dishes it over for Zenstein. A shot comes on. That goes wide. The rebound recovered by Haas. Shoveled back down beneath the net as Grugan has it. Back up for Haas. Sends it right back down, really cycling everything down below the goal of Jones today. It's Hall. Sends one on. That gets off a skate. Kept in, though, by Shell, as she'll just fire it right back below the goal line. Set right back up, though, for Johnston, as she'll carry it down the right side. Taken away, though, by Shell. Finds the near side is Malone, as she'll carry it right in front of the Lakers bench. Bring it right back in as it's onside. Malone shot off the pad. Rebound kicked away. Bednarek picks it up as she'll battle for it. As it's taken away by the Mustangs, it's going to be Davidson down the left side. Preston sticking it away. It's grabbed back by Bednarek as she'll carry across center ice by herself. Malone on the right, Hull on the left. Bednarek down the right side, bringing it in. Shot goes off the mask. The rebound goes behind the net of Jones.
That one rung her bell a little bit right off the good old cage.
Oswego taking it away now. Malone on the pinch, sends it right back in to the corner as she'll go off the ice for a change. Kirakostas on it now. It's taken back, though, by the Mustangs. It's chipped away and grabbed back by Bouchard and shoveled right back in by Preston. Kirakostas takes a defenseman to the boards as Clark looks to clear. Mucha grabbing for it now and sent right back in. Oswego not letting Morrisville get anything out of their zone unless they work 100% for it, as they finally get one out now and cleared in the Oswego defensive zone. Kirakostas regrouping for Webster as she'll carry it to Burke, and she'll try and dish one in, as she will. A couple of changes for Oswego State. The other side for Clark looks to clear. Zemlak on the pinch, but it rolls off her stick and out to the neutral zone. It's Johnston looking to get by Webster. A sticked away shot, that goes just wide. It's picked up by Corbett now. Angles it off for Mucha down the right side. Mucha towards center. Stick handling shot there, cleared and sticked away to the corner by Jones and cleared right back out to center ice. Zemlak for Webster as they'll regroup. Sends it down the strong side, and they'll go all the way down for an icing.
So that was quite a lot happened there in the first 3 or 4 minutes of this period. Oswego really just, like we said pregame, what they had to do right off the jump, they just got pressure on immediately, and that's really what's been able for them to keep the momentum they've had right now. They're cycling the puck extremely well down in the Morrisville zone.
16:30 remaining here in this first period of play as Morrisville sends it right back in. Zemlak takes a whack at it, goes all the way around. Hudon picks it up, finds Shines in center. Shines, drop pass for Corbett, looking for Hudon on the one-timer as that rolls off of her stick. It's going to be Kalinowski back up ice. Webster getting the loose puck, though, cuts back, peels closer towards the near side, banks one off the boards intended for McGrath. Instead looking for Hudon instead. A little bit of chaos in the neutral zone to start as puck deflects off the stick of Zemlak as Kalinowski and her will race to the corner for it. Kalinowski back up for the point, knocks it right back down as Morrisville will cycle, fed out in front. That gets deflected as the puck is right out in front of the slot. Cleared right back out, Tompkins for it. This is dished right back up for Olsen. Peels it across, a shot there that gets deflected off a few and into the corner. Picked right back up, though, by the Mustangs. It's going to be Kirkby holding the line. Clark, rather. As Zemlak brings it behind the net, goes off the boards. Hudon for it, banks one off the boards. Looking to keep it in was Tompkins as she will, but Morrisville will regroup. It's Clark. Back up for Davidson. Davidson a 3-on-2, slap shot off the stick of Levy in the opposite corner. It's picked right back up, though, by Haas as she'll put on the Jets. Ariella Haas with Mac Hall, a 2-on-2, pulls a nice move there, brings it in the corner. Grugan, the trailer shot saved by Jones, a huge save there. Zenstein one more, and that one goes just wide. Pinching there is Shell as she'll keep it in. It's Hull behind the net. Mac Hall, Zenstein looking for the pass, can't find anything there. She'll bring it right back up top. Hull fires one, that gets deflected wide. This is Tompkins in the corner looking to clear from the Mustangs. Finds the far streaking pass was Olsen, cannot keep it on her stick. A 2-on-1 now, Hull with Malone. Can't get the pass as she fans on it. Bedrick, the trailer, can't get a shot on goal as she was tied up by Bouchard. Hull behind the net now. She rims one off all the way up for Zenstein. She can't really make a move on that. Hull has it at the top of the circle. Looking for the back door was Malone as it gets gloved away. And a hand pass called there for Morrisville.
And this has been a very odd period so far for Oswego, where they've really dominated on the offensive side of the puck. But if you really pay attention, they're collapsing in their defensive zone. They're not able to get those breakout passes. And when Morrisville is pressuring on them, their defense is collapsing, pinching at bad points in time, and just making the wrong move.
Belford in the corner, comes free. McDonald finds the far side of Bouchard, and it's sent right back in by Zenstein. Malone pressuring, and it finally catches a break as Bouchard was looking for a change. Didn't realize the puck went through his skates. Oswego will get possession back. A turnover there by Lease, kept in by the Mustangs. Shot on and gloved by Lexi Levy on the shot by Eason.
And that's good puck awareness by Eason, being right there, coming down the middle as a trailer for the rebound or a drop pass, which she ended up getting. Gives her that opportunity to get one off on Levy. Levy flashes the leather a little bit, shuts that opportunity down. But like I said in that last stoppage, Turge, Oswego's got to clean up their defensive zone really bad.
Face-off won by the Mustangs, with Preston the first one on the puck. Banks it off the boards, recovered back by Morrisville. Azil Balford in the corner, turnover by Kalinowski. And recovered back, though, by Lease. She carries it down the right side. Zoe Lease tries to feed a streaking Kirakostas down the middle, but cannot find anyone there. This is cleared right back out to center ice. Preston reverts. Sends it right back in, though, as a couple of Lakers will get a change. Preston tries to throw one to the front of the goal as that one goes off a stick to the far side. Trying to keep it in was Corbett, cannot, as Morrisville will regroup. Nitre on the back end. Picked up, though, by Preston on the turnover. Riley Preston gets taken down. A delayed penalty coming up on that trip. Huron with possession. It's whacked away by Morrisville, and we will have our first power play of the game. It'll be in favor of the Oswego State Lakers as Preston draws the penalty. Morrisville will go to the sin bin. It's going to be Bouchard.
And Oswego, a really, really rough power play so far to start the season. They are converting 14.3% of the time on the power play. But we will see, as we spoke in pregame, we should see, and we actually surprisingly are not going to see her out there. We are not seeing Ashlyn McGrath out here on the power play, even though she has 2 power play goals in the last 2 games. A bit surprising.
One would say she'll probably be on the second unit coming out for Oswego State, as it's Bednarek at the top of the point. Bednarek over for Malone, looking for a shot. Dishes one out in front was Haas, looking for Grugan, but cannot find the stick-to-stick. As she gets tied up, a battle along the boards right in front of the Oswego bench. It's Hull, finds it for Malone as they'll reset. Haas again down low. Back for Malone at the hash marks, finds Bednarek up top. Back for Malone, a one-timer. That one got blocked off by Palomita. Kept in, Bednarek. Haas looking for a shot there, saved by Jones. And a little bit of chaos in the offensive zone so far for Oswego State. They generate a couple opportunities. Jones holding her own, though. Shots relatively equal, 5-3 in favor of the Lakers, and a good start to the power play. I mean, like you said, or I called it myself, Ash McGrath on this second power play unit. It's going to be Morgan Shines, Kira Costas, and Ash McGrath at forward. Webster and Zenstein on the defensive end.
A lot of speed on this power play lineup right here.
Zenstein for Webster. Back for Zenstein, a one-timer low drive and cleared out as it goes off the skate of Zenstein. She looks to tie up the Mustang there. That was Olsen. Davidson, as it's taken away, though, by Webster. Looking to find McGrath. A turnover there. That's taken back by Maybe, as she'll carry it down the near side. Maybe just fires it over to the opposite corner. As Oswego will reset. Pressure on now by Davidson, though. Zenstein, the drop pass for Webster. Webster pauses. Oswego looking to reset a little bit. 40 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity for Oswego State as it's dumped in. Palomita on it, just rims it right out off the boards. It'll go all the way down the length of the ice. 25 ticks left in this power play. Levy knocking it down behind the net for Webster. Power play unit switching now as Shine's still on, but Malone and Hull on there as well, as Mac Hull will carry it down the near side right in front of the bench. She'll get tied up, and it's taken away by Eason. 10 seconds until Morrisville goes to full strength. Malone battling for it. It's Kenzie Malone looking to get a pass there as she gets pinned to the boards by Easton. Puck comes free. Morrisville returns to full strength. Fed out in front for Grugan as it got deflected and goes back out into the neutral zone. Bednarek peels back, finds Hull. Hull for Malone right in center. Looking for the drop pass. It ricochets, finds McDonald. A 2-on-3 the other way for the Mustangs. It's McDonald with Johnston.
Turge, both teams might be feeling the effects from yesterday's game. Oswego does not look as quick as they usually do out here today.
A battle for it in front of the scorer's table and sent right back in by the Mustangs as it's Shell. Not even taking a look and clears it away. A turnover there. Picked up by Zemlak, battling behind the net for it. It's Zemlak, Malone, McDonald, and Brown, it's looking like, is the puck finally comes free. Picked up by Bednarek. Looking for the point was Comboy. She'll pick it up and carry it across. As the back pressure by the Mustangs. She'll dump it in. A couple of Lakers will get a change. Fresh legs come on for Oswego State. It's taken back by Clark down the far side. It's right in front of the Morrisville bench. Hudon on the back pressure. Shell angling her to the boards as it's picked up by Corbett. Looking to find Comboy in center as it goes off a skate. Kept in, though, by the Mustangs and chopped down. As Zemlak looks to clear, cannot. A spinning puck finally finds the neutral zone. It's picked up by Eason. Carrying it across and dumped right back then, though, as this Morrisville forecheck, relentless right now. Cleared to the side boards as they battle along for it. It looks like Mucha, Hudon, as well as Kalinowski
And not too much possession of the puck on Morrisville's end. A lot of dump and chase hockey, but it's worked out pretty well for them so far. So if it's not broke, why fix it?
As the puck finally gets out of the Oswego State defensive zone, Hudon with the backhand. She'll dump it in. As she races forward, the lone forechecker. Morrisville just a simple regroup right out. Kira Costas on the angle. Can't get a stick on it, but it's recovered back by Lease, looking to clear. Kira Costas instead. She'll cut back. Backhand pass for Preston that rolls right off her stick. Kira Costas on the other end of the ice now, looking to clear by herself. Cannot. It's kept in though. Lease peels back, takes it behind the net, looks to dish it out for Kira Costas on that far side. Cannot. Mucha battling for it. Lease picks it up again as she'll look to carry it out by herself. A backhand pass for Burke. One more for Kira Costas and finally finds the Morrisville defensive zone. Burke on the forecheck, picks up the loose puck. Tries to send one out in front. Shine's shot. That gets deflected wide. Shine's racing for it. Kept in, though. Corbett battling for it. A poke check there. And a nice dipsy-do as she'll bring it to the near side. Zemlak just fires one. That'll go just wide and knocked off. Corbett picks it up, though. Brings it into some open space. Fed out in front, a one-timer. As Corbett looked for Shines, it looked like it got deflected out in front.
Oswego's getting some amazing opportunities right in front, just not able to capitalize on them.
Loose puck picked up now for Hudon. She'll wait for it, slow things down. Webster from the point, shot deflected and out of play as it goes off the stick of the Morrisville goaltender Maggie Jones, and into the netting. We'll have a stoppage. 7:16 remaining in this first period of play. Kyle Spizak and Thomas Turgeon with you on the call here on WTOP 10. Oswego State Lakers, Morrisville Mustangs, part 2 of this 2-game home-and-home series, where Oswego State took game 1 by a final score of 4-1 at the Morrisville Iceplex yesterday afternoon. Dumped right back in now for Haas. Finds Grugan. Fed out in front. McGrath takes a tumble. Can't get a shot there, and cleared out by the Mustangs. Zenstein peels back. They'll reset. A nice toe drag there. Grugan gets the loose puck and just sends it right in. McGrath first on the forecheck. McGrath, Grugan, as well as Haas down beneath the goal line. Zenstein pinches in. Cleared out, though, by the Mustangs as it finds Johnston. She'll battle for it with Shell. Spin out and almost lose a tire there, it seems. As picked up by Grugan, a 1-on-2. A drop pass to no one as McGrath went for a change. Lease comes on the ice, trying to battle for it. Taken away, though, by Pritchard. Over a shot, and that goes just wide on the shot by Brown. A bouncing puck that attempts to roll over the stick of Maybe, and it's kept right back in, though, by Morrisville, but taken back by Benrick as she'll carry it across by herself as peels it into the corner. Simone Benrick, drop pass for Mac Hull. Hull out in front as the puck rolls off of Lisa's stick, but kept in, though, by Oswego State. Benrick knocks it down. Malone chips it one more time in the near side corner. Morrisville looking for a clear. Webster hesitant on the pinch as she will not. And it's carried right back up, though, by Kalinowski, knocked away by Malone, and cleared back out the neutral zone by Bedrick. Not really any offensive zone possession time for really either of these teams. Really just a chip and chase, a couple short, brief stints of offensive possession, and right back out is what it seems to be for both these teams going into today.
Yeah, the ice seems really slick out here today. Like you said, Turge, just both teams cannot seem to keep the puck on their blades. Just missed passes, bobbled passes, or just not being able to possess the puck in the offensive zone.
Oswego battling for it. Fed out in front. It's taken back, though, by Oswego State. Bednarek, she seems like she's been on the ice for a little bit, actually, as she'll bring it in all the way down to the near side corner. As taken away by Morrisville and chipped right up. Battle for it along the boards. It's taken back by Mucha. As Palomita on the pressure there. Dropped up at the point is Webster. She'll dump it right back in. Kirikostas racing for it. It rolls off her stick. Burke banks it off the wall. Glove down by Kirikostas. Fed now in front. An intended pass for Mucha. That got knocked away by Davidson. And it's taken back by Morrisville. And a huge back check by Burke leads to a glove off of a Morrisville player and a delayed penalty coming to Oswego State. We'll see in just a moment what the penalty is. It will be for body contact odd number 15 in white, and Oswego will go on its first penalty kill of the day. But we're going to send it down ringside to Scott Brubaker for his thoughts. Scott?
Hey guys, the Lakers do not seem to be capitalizing on any of their opportunities to score a goal during this game. They had a power play earlier on in the period and they did not get the goal, even with their past 2 wins when they made 4 points to come out on top. It's very uncharacteristic of them not to be scoring early on in the game. I'm going to send it back up to you guys.
And Oswego on the penalty kill, rather. A huge save there by Levy on the redirection off a skate out in front. A nice stick by Ariella Haas to clear it out into the neutral zone. A fortunate bounce that ricocheted off the pad of Levy and keeps this game scoreless as a quick opportunity for Morrisville as they have struggled on the power. They have been successful on the power play this year. 3 for 13 so far, a 23.1 power play percentage for the Morrisville Mustangs as it's picked right back up now. Pritchard, a shot deflected on front, save, rebound, puck free out in the slot, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone as Oswego catches a break. Haas on the pressure on maybe as she'll take maybe back to the defensive zone as get a few changes in as it's dumped right back in. Zenstein angling off McDonald. She'll take her to the corner. Shell looks to clear it out. It's taken back by Malone. She's got speed. Kenzie Malone, a 1-on-2. Benrick looking to join the rush. Malone driving wide. Cuts back, and nice cut back there. She gets taken down. No call on the play. As it'll remain 5-on-4. Bedrick with it now. Morrisville not doing anything. Webster shot blocked away by Jones. Bedrick first one on it, though. A good penalty kill so far for Oswego State. And Malone, a nice stick to keep it right back in. They're just relentless on this penalty kill so far. As they'll reset, it's going to be Lutz behind the net.
An aggressive penalty kill for Oswego so far, but they do have to be careful, mind you. Oswego 5th in the Newell in penalty kill percentage, while Morrisville is 2nd in the Newell in power play percentage this year.
As Preston bows for it, knocks away right below the net of Lexi Levy as they'll bow for it. Picked right back up by Webster as she can't get a stick on it. She'll just chip it along the boards, and it'll be kept in, though. Oswego back to full strength. Lutz a shot. That gets knocked down by Webster on front. Save, rebound, and what a save! Lexi Levy shutting the door, keeping it scoreless here late in the first period. Not once, but twice. She says not today. Still remains 0-0.
Yeah, she shuts that all down right there as we see a great pad save. And then flash into leather, showing her a little Martin Brodeur-esque right there, just shutting it down. What a great job by Levy to keep the Lakers in this as a 0-0 game.
The post-university transfer making a name for herself early in this Oswego State program. Already on her 4th start to start the year. Excuse me, actually. 5th start to start the year for Oswego State. Shell battling for it. She gets tied up, fed out in front. As it was Johnston, can't get a stick on it. It's Grugan carrying her across the far side. She'll just really glide it right in. As she'll go colliding into the board. She gets spun out. It's taken back by the Mustangs and cleared up ice by McDonald. She'll dump it right back in. Zenstein on it. She ties up McDonald. Shell picks up the loose puck as finally comes free. A pass that bounces off the stick of Hall, dumped right back in, goes off the skate of Zenstein. Banked off the boards, intended for Bednarek, but picked right back up, though, by Amanda Zenstein as she'll carry across. Shot there, that goes just wide off the stanchion. And funky bounce as it comes free out in the middle of the offensive zone. Taken back, though, by the Mustangs. It's going to be Pritchard. Grabbed back, though, by Hull as she'll bank one off the boards. Kept in, though, by Morrisville. Kalinowski fed on front, save there. The rebound cleared behind the net. Another save by Levy, and 1 minute remaining here in this first period of play here on WTOP 10. A couple key stops by Lexi Levy so far in this first period of play for Oswego State as Simone Bednarek on the half wall. She'll peel back, evades a defender there. Morrisville relentless on this forecheck so far. Malone tries to clear it to open ice. Will find the neutral zone, but Morrisville retains possession, and they'll bring it back. It's Tompkins. Getting a stick on it was McDonald, bringing in the Oswego State defensive zone. A pass intended for Hull, bounces off the stick. Mucha racing for it. Outbattling the defender there. That was Tompkins, but it's picked right up. Oswego will go on their second power play as Morrisville will touch up with 16.3 seconds remaining in this first period of play. A great forecheck there by Tessa Mucha, and you talk about the effort. I mean, here's the delayed penalty, and what it was, Mucha getting tied up there, outworked, and causing a power play to boot.
Yeah, that's just a hustle play right there. You know, she could have backed off, played it more defensive, being that towards the end of the period, and played it safe, protect the neutral zone. But Mucha goes in full speed, really uses that to her advantage, gets around the defender, and causes that hooking penalty. Now Oswego has a power play going into the second.
Madison Tompkins going on the penalty box for hooking. A shot there, save, rebound out in front was Jones. As looks like McGrath Shines rather, goes flying into the netting and gets tied up. 8.7 seconds left to be exact here on the first period of play.
She just wanted to stop and say hi to Maggie Jones in net real quick.
Just wanted to say hello. Face off one by Oswego. Zenstein shot, save by Jones, right in the glove. Great routine stop there. She saw it all the way. Quick snag. Only 2.5 seconds off that play. So Oswego looking to win another draw here. Morgan Shines on the face-off for Oswego State. As she wins one again, a pass intended for Zenstein bounces and spins all the way out to the Oswego State defensive zone as the horn will sound to wrap up period one. Oswego State Morrisville in a 0-0 deadlock after 20 minutes of play. And Kyle, really a 50-50 matchup after period one.
Yeah, it really went both ways. I can't say that one team had the advantage over the other so far. I mean, Oswego only has one more shot on goal than Morrisville, shots being 10-9 right now. Both teams have taken penalties. Oswego obviously has one more power play over Morrisville, but at the end of the first, if we look up at the scoreboard, it's still 0-0, Turge.
It's still 0-0 at the end of the day, and you still have a minute 44 going in that second period of power play time for Oswego State. As the penalty for Tompkins, as Oswego State will still have a power play going in the second period of play. You said the shot battle is equal, but we're going to send it down ringside to Scott Brubaker, who has Ashley McGrath at sideline. Scott?
Hey guys, I'm here with Ashley McGrath. So what do you think you guys did well here in the first period?
I think our intensity was really good, picking it up from last night and carrying it over to today's game. I think we just got to keep it up.
And what else can you do to keep going in the second period, hopefully get a goal as well?
I think just stick to our structure and stop running around so much. You know, just play by our identity, play the way you play, and should be no worries.
All right, and I know you just played this team yesterday, about 24 hours ago. Do you think playing this team back-to-back could be playing a factor into not getting a goal this first period?
Yeah, it can. You know, like after playing them, reviewing video for both teams, you know, you can find their strengths and weaknesses and build plays around that to keep from them scoring, keep from us scoring, but we'll find a way.
All right, Ashley McGrath, thank you very much. We're going to send it back up to you guys on the perch, on the press box.
Thank you, Scott. And once again, a 0-0 scoreline back in the Steve Levy press box. Kyle Spizak, Thomas Turgeon with you here. A 0-0 scoreline. And Kyle, they go on the power play in the second period. Ashley McGrath haven't found the back of the net today, but you can only take a guess that she'll find the point board at some time. Your final thoughts before we take a quick break.
Yeah, I mean, nothing to fret about too much if you're Oswego. If you look at their last 3 games, 8 of their 9 goals in the last 3 games have come in the second or third period. They've only scored 1 in the first throughout their last 3 games. So this Oswego team, they're a second half of the game team. So we'll see how that goes for them the rest of the game.
Oswego struggled to find the back of the net in the first period yesterday as well, but we'll see how the second period goes as we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, it's the first intermission with us two again, I guess. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Women's Hockey on WTOP 10.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
0-0 score line going into period 2. As Oswego State looks to try and find the back of the net early here in this second period of play. Oswego with a power play for the first minute and 44 seconds of this second period, as Tompkins will be in the sin bin for the hook that she took in the last dying moments of that second period, or first period of play rather. Welcome back here on the broadcast. Thomas Turgeon, Kyle Spizak with you for the second period of action. First power play unit on the ice for Oswego State. Haas and Hull at the wings. Malone in center. And it's going to be Grugan and Bednarik on the defensive points.
Oswego looking to put one up quick here in the second period. As I cited before the break, Oswego is a really second and third period dominant team. In their last 3 games, 3 goals in the second period, 5 goals in the third period. So we'll see if Oswego continues the trend and turns up in the latter half of this game.
Face-off won by the Lakers, recovered back though, as it's going to be Grugan up for Haas on the right side. Pressured there by Johnston. She just sends it right in. Back for Haas again. She'll have the puck roll off her stick. Is passing very aggressively so far. The puck's spinning a little bit. Bednarik takes a cut back. Opens up Malone on the near side. As Malone and Bednarik switch spots. Shot there, blocked away. Rebound out in front and cleared out though by the Mustangs. Johnston sending it down the length of the ice. Levy knocking it down. Bednarik sends it back. Simone Bednarik puts on the brakes as Easons really loses a tire there. As she'll come back on the back check. Bednarik now looks for a shot. That gets deflected off a stick and goes off the glass. Picked right back up is Malone for Haas. Back up top, Bednarik, shot. That goes just wide. Malone in the corner, as she'll wait for it. Backs for Haas. Over for Bednarik, as she'll backpedal. Over back for Haas. Down low, Malone. Fed out in front. Ricochets off the stick of Palamita and cleared down the length of the ice. She'll go all the way down with 21 seconds remaining in this power play. 18:35 in the second period as we're just underway a couple minutes into the second period of play. Still anyone's game. It's a 0-0 contest and shots relatively equal. They'll go down behind the net. McGrath, the first one on the forecheck for Oswego State, shines with the pinch there. As Clark will battle for it. It's kept in, though, by Zenstein. Kirakostas with it as they'll return to full strength. Kirakostas, Zenstein, slap shot there, save. Rebound out in front as it comes free. Kirakostas finds the loose puck and grabs it, brings it right back in. McGrath, shot right into the mask of Jones, and she'll take up that rebound and have another stoppage. 18 minutes flat remaining here in this second period of play. Morrisville, Oswego still 0-0.
So McGrath yet to find the back of the net, but as we can see right here, she has put up her fair share of shots so far in this game. Almost netted one there, a few inches to the left or right. Might get that one past the mask of Jones.
They look to battle for it. It's taken back, though, by the Mustangs. Clark on the far side. A pass anticipated for Johnston. It's sent right back in. Kirakostas down the near side into the corner. Looking for the drop pass for McGrath as Kirakostas and McGrath now down there.
Digby sticking with that power play line, trying to get some momentum here, get some offensive points up on the board.
Kirakostas battling for it, and it's taken right back, though. Zenstein keeps it in as it rolls off of her stick and cleared out to the neutral zone by Johnston. Burke takes it back, sends it right back in. Morrisville to regroup, maybe. Dumped right back in, though, by McDonald, as Morrisville will get a line change. All 4 out of 5 going off for a change, and Webster regroups, find Corbett. A bounce pass off to Mucha. She'll carry it down the left-hand side, colliding with the official and cleared right back out, though, by Morrisville. Zemlak, a miscued drop pass for Shell as she'll bank one off the boards. Find Corbett, over for Burke. As the puck bounces off her stick, couldn't really catch that pass too well. As Morrisville regroups,
and that's been an issue all game for Oswego, is just trying to keep pucks on the tape. They've been having a lot of issues with whether it's a cross-ice pass or even just a short breakout pass. They haven't been able to handle the puck very well. It's bouncing all over their stick. Could be a bad issue of puck luck. Could be some of the ice being a bit slippery in some areas. Sometimes the puck just doesn't bounce your way in the game.
Currently, it hasn't bounced really either team's way as shots are equal. Score is equal here in the second period as we had a stoppage. Puck went into the Oswego bench. Half the team didn't even move when it went right over a couple of the defensemen's heads. On the Oswego State bench, Haas battling for it in the corner. It's picked right back up, though, by Shell. She'll bounce one off the boards, find McGrath. One more time looking for Grugan. She'll race for it, beat Clark out. McGrath picks up the loose puck as she got tied up by Davidson, as she'll carry it by herself down the right side. Dumped right back in, though, by the Mustangs. Allie Davidson on it. Is picked right back up, though, by Grugan. Oswego breaking out. A slide pass over for Preston down the right side. She's got speed. Gets tied up, though, by Tompkins, and it's cleared right back out, or attempted at least. A nice toe drag there by Malone, but she couldn't get anything going there. Lee's pinching on it, dropping for Hull, but cannot get anything going there. It's taken right back, though, by Morrisville. McDonald down the left side. Preston angling 9 against 9. And it's taken right back, though, by Hull. Just sends it to open ice and finds Malone. On the cutback, looking for the pass for Hull. She'll whiff on it. A takeaway by Brown. A shot there. Eaten up by Levy. And we'll have another stoppage. 15-19 remaining here in this second period of play. It's still a scoreless contest here in the depth.
Both teams lucky that it is scoreless, and honestly, both Morrisville and Oswego, their defense has been playing very sloppy, making some bad mistakes at bad times, whether it's missed passes or not making the look before they make the pass. But that was just a routine stop for Levy right there.
Fed out in front, backhand save by Levy, point blank opportunity. Rebound came free, but smothered that one. And another point blank opportunity for Morrisville. Seems like Morrisville has had more quality grade A opportunities compared to Oswego, as we'll see the replay here.
Yeah, almost gave the commentators curse back up yet again. Just as I said, Oswego's got to do a better job with defense in their defensive zone. You cannot allow the puck to get to a trailer right in the middle of the hash marks there.
All for it with Benrick as Shell carried down the side. And Shell picks, ooh, and a nasty collision there as Shell and Benrick collide. It's taken back, though, by the Mustangs. Brought in, shot, save, rebound on as that goes just wide. Webster takes down Eason in the corner. As they battle along the half wall. Hull, a turnover there. Palomita keeps it in. Just barely kept in on the hairlines of the blue line. As Webster looks to clear, Hull with it now. As she will get it out to center ice. She'll go off for a change, as the entire forward line will. Morrisville in the same boat. It's taken in, a shot there. Simply off the stick of Levy was Davidson sending in the shot, but it's grabbed back, though, by the Lakers. It's Mucha, she'll dump it in. Kirikostas the first one on it. Puck comes free, a bouncing, spinning puck like a top in the corner. Fed right back up for Zemlak as she tries to pinch, cannot. It's Davidson down the near side. Zenstein picking up the puck as it rolls into the defensive zone. A drop pass for Zemlak. Looking for Kirikostas as she'll fall down. Grabbed back, though, by Zenstein. A clever toe drag there. As the puck comes free right across the Laker logo. Backhanded in by Mucha. She'll fall right in front of the Morrisville Mustang bench.
Not a lot of play in each offensive zone. It's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of neutral zone play. And it's going to be one of those games, I think, Tom, where it just turns into who controls the neutral zone the best.
Zenstein a shot, and she scores! Amanda Zenstein finds the 5-hole, and Oswego State has their first lead of the day.
And I kind of stole your thunder on that goal call a little bit. Just weird timing shot right there. Zenstein able to get the puck right up in front and slip it through the 5-hole of Jones, as we see the replay right here. Zenstein's coming down on the corner there, makes a nice move to maintain the puck, just tries to get something on net and able to tuck it, not 5-hole, but right next to the pad of Jones. Oswego State now leads this matchup 1-0.
Zenstein with her first goal this year, 3rd point so far, as we'll have a penalty coming up on Oswego State, and it's looking like it's going to be going to Taylor Hudon, and she looks very frustrated on the call, giving a little bit of a conversation to the official in the far corner. She'll go to the box for a trip.
And after that goal, Oswego now finds itself a man down. As we see right there, Hudon just gets her stick caught up in the skates of Brown, and now Morrisville takes the power play opportunity.
Morrisville with another power play opportunity. Had a really good chance early in that first period on the power play. Deflection that went off the pad. A shot there. Another pad save, though, by Levy as it's picked right back up by McDonald. Back up top for maybe a shot. That went wide. Bounced off right out in front and cleared out by Preston as it'll go pretty much the length of the ice as Morrisville will reset. It's going to be Brown corralling it back. Finds an open Pritchard. And Brown recovers the loose puck again as she was left off by Pritchard. Brown banks it off the wall and finds McDonald on the near side, looks to drop it off to the key by maybe. There's a tumble there by Webster. Morrisville setting up their power play. Palomita over 4, maybe back for Palomita. A pass across the slot, shot blocked. Is picked right back up though by the Lakers and cleared out as it bounces off the stick. Palomita looked to knock it down, but cannot, as Oswego State will get a change. Second penalty kill unit out there. 39 seconds remaining in this penalty kill for Oswego State.
Webster had a great penalty kill right there, just absolutely dominating the defensive zone, not allowing any Morrisville players to get an opportunity in front. We saw right there, Reese Brown tried to throw it down in front to Elena McDonald for a backhand opportunity, but right there to shut it down was Avery Webster.
A miscue on the dump in leads to an icing on the other end. 11:34 remaining here in the second period of play. Oswego State wins the face-off. McGrath, as the puck rolls off her stick, can't get anything going. Kept in though. Ash McGrath, a shot that gets blocked. She falls down. Haas battling for it now. Kept in by Shell. She'll take a whack at, and that goes off the leg of Palomita. The second penalty kill unit for Oswego State, loaded with speed on the front end. You got Haas and McGrath, just constant jets on them when it comes to skating. Oswego State will return to full strength and kill off the penalty to Hudon. A well done penalty kill for Oswego State as Zenstein takes a chop at it. As the puck comes to free ice pretty much as a shot there goes wide by Palomita. Zenstein looking to clear, intended for McGrath, as they'll go all the way down for an icing. Oswego can't get a change just yet.
No, like you said, this Oswego line is extremely fast. As you mentioned earlier in the game, Turge, Ashley McGrath, nicknamed the Energizer Bunny of this team, she has just been electric all over the place all game, really using her speed to help Oswego get advantages, even though it is only a 1-0 game. There's been a lot of opportunities in the corner. She's just used it to get them ahead.
Shot there, blocked by Ariella Haas as the puck goes all the way around the boards, and it's picked right back up though by Morrisville. Trying to keep it in was Johnston, but it's the other way. Kylie Grugan, a nice toe drag back out in front, and a huge stop by Jones as it's cleared out. Knocked down by Webster as they'll regroup. Pressure there though by McDonald as she tries to evade the pursuing Mustang. It's kept right back up as Mooch, as she'll bring it back in. Burke sends it right back into the corner as Mucha battles for it with Kira Costas.
Bus legs wearing off for the Stangs this second period. A lot more high-paced play from Morrisville.
Webster for Mucha, and really can't get a pass there as they'll regroup. Webster again. As they get tied up, Mucha down towards the middle, looks for a backhand, cannot. Instead will peel back all the way behind the net. Burke fed one out in front. That deflects off of Kira Costas, and it's covered up by Jones. A low-quality scoring area leading into a potentially high-quality opportunity.
Yeah, as we see right here, a great move there by Grugan. showing off a little bit of showing off the silky mitts, getting that nice toe drag going right around. And if we see there, Webster, how about that footwork to evade it not once but twice with escape turns? That takes a lot of skill for a defenseman to be able to turn one way and then immediately go the other way to evade the defender.
Shines looking to feed a drop pass for Corbett out in front, but it gets knocked right back in the corner. Shines for Hudon looking to swing at, shot, save, rebound, and another stop by Jones. A couple key opportunities by these Lakers, and Jones keeping it a 1-0 scoreline so far. Could be more, could be less, though. When you look at on both ends, Lexi Levy making a few key stops of her own. Jones on the other end, she's making the own saves to keep it a 1-0 scoreline, keep it competitive in this Newell matchup.
Yeah, we've seen some really good goaltender play here so far in this game, which we prefaced before the game. We knew this was going to be a matchup that was really dominated by the goalies, with Jones having a 94 save percentage and on the Oswego's end, Levy having a 92 save percentage.
Hudon intending a pass for Lease, as Lease really couldn't stay on the blue line, falling down, and the puck went down the length of the ice. As Shines finds Corbett. Corbett looking to pull a move on there on Palomita. She read that like an open book and sends it right back down the length of the ice, as it'll be an icing on Morrisville.
One of the things this Lakers offense is doing, which they need to avoid, is they're trying to get too fancy with it, Tom. It's just when they're coming down and they have those opportunities at the top of the circle, they're trying to make that extra move to get around and get that golden opportunity. And you're not going to get that. You're very rarely going to get that. When you hit the top of the circle, you got to just get a shot on net, try to crash your rebound, because that's Lakers hockey, and that's how this team wins games, is by crashing the goal and getting those second chance opportunities.
Back Hall on the puck now, finds Haas. Malone in the slot, Malone on the puck now. Finds Hall, a drop pass intended for Bednarek. Couldn't get the pass there, as it'll be picked up by Zenstein in the defensive zone. Finds Shell on the near side. Over for Hull as she'll pull a spin and get the puck free and bring it into the offensive zone as Bednarek. A drop pass, Zenstein looking for two. It deflects off a skate. Into the far corner was Olsen. Olsen dumping it in. It goes off the boards behind the net and into the near corner for Davidson. Pressured by Shell. Is picked right up by Kenzie Malone. Cleared over for Amanda Zenstein down the far side. Looking for a drop pass, doesn't, just feeds it into open ice. Zenstein drops it down for Hull. Sends it one more time for Bednarek, intending for Hull, and a redirection leads to the possession, going all the way out to the neutral zone. Zenstein pulls a nice move there, but a turnover as it's Davidson knocking it away. Webster ties her up. As the puck comes free behind the net of Levy, it's grabbed back by McGrath. Backhand pass that went right through the legs of Johnston for Haas. A drop pass for Grugan as the puck rolled off her stick. Back for Grugan. Fed one out in front. McGrath crashing the net hard there. Cannot get anything going as Haas ties a Mustang up out in front. It's grabbed back by McGrath. A shot there, blocked. Puck comes free on the middle. Another shot, save, a rebound as they battle for it along the side of the goal. And finally a whistle will sound. This line looking good so far. Grugan, Haas, and McGrath now providing a lot of offensive opportunities. But nonetheless, we're going to throw it down to Scott Brubaker to see what he has to say. Scott?
Hey guys, you can see this period that both teams are playing a lot more aggressive than they were their first period, especially as we go on the defense. Ariel Haas had a nice block as one of Morrisville's shots on the goal. That's all I have for now. I'm going to send it back up to the press box.
Thank you, Scott. And Oswego win the face-off and keeping it into the defensive zone. Fed out in front. A miscue there. McGrath looking to crash on the one-timer, cannot. Haas tied up along the boards. Grugan on the forecheck and sent to the opposite side, as the Mustangs will break out. Brought across now was Tompkins. She gets taken to the boards and shoved by Webster, and that will be a penalty for body checking, and another penalty. Oswego State doesn't want to get into penalty trouble right now. It's been a competitive game, but now the second penalty so far this period.
Yeah, Oswego State has had a problem with penalties this year. 27 penalties coming into this game. they're averaging 10.8 minutes per game in the box, which is a very, very negative thing for this Lakers team, given that they are 5th in the Newell in penalty kill percentage at 83.3, with Morrisville being the 2nd best power play in the Newell.
Puck cleared out, though, by Bednarik as Oswego will shave off a few seconds here on the penalty kill. Malone on the forecheck now, and maybe a little bit more. Kenzie Malone behind the net. Brings it back up to the top of the circle, looking for Shell as she got tied up. Shell looks to keep it in, but cannot, and an odd man rush the other way. It's going to be Johnston. As Morrisville will kind of reset. Johnston looking to free up some room. She does, a shot there, that goes off the glass. Picked right back up, though, is Bednarik. It's an odd man rush the other way for Oswego. Shorthanded Malone for Bednarik down the right side. Simone Bednarik shot saved by Jones as she will cover it up. Couple odd man rushes, couple of saves. It still remains the same score, 5:44 remaining here in the second period of play.
Yeah, both teams really just making crucial mistakes when it comes to defense. I mean, we saw right there, Morrisville coming down with the 3-on-2 opportunity. Nothing comes out of that. They shoot it wide, but then that relates into a 2-on-2 opportunity for Oswego on the penalty kill.
McGrath shovels it right back in the defensive zone, but Morrisville breaks out as a pass that deflects off the stick of Davidson into the corner. Davidson now pressured by Zemlak, but taken back is Morrisville as it'll be Eason. Fed out in front looking for Davidson, cannot. It's Palomita. Back up top for Clark. This is back now for Eason. Over to Palomita. Back up for Eason, over to Clark again, a shot, that gets deflected off the stick of Zemlak. Preston looks to clear, cannot, it's kept in by the Mustangs. Eason for Palomita, shot deflected, save, rebound out in front, and that one goes just wide.
Great save by Levy, kicking that one out into the corner.
Puck comes free, Haas racing for it, she'll poke check out into the neutral zone. So McGrath goes off the ice for a change, Hudon coming on, 22 seconds remaining in this penalty kill, a shot there, off the pad, cleared to the corner by Levy. Preston on the pressure, but it's kept in by the Mustangs. Palomita fed out in front, looking for Brown, but cannot. It's Palomita again, a shot there, save, and they score! Deflected out in front, maybe with the shot from the point. It's a 1-1 score line, and with 2 seconds left on that power play, Morrisville finds the back of the net. You had to say it was only a matter of time. The second best power play in the league so far, as we'll see the replay here. Morrisville finding the back of the net.
Yeah, just a shot up top. It does look like it's deflected. It might have gone off of Preston of Oswego, and it looks like it does. It goes off the leg of Riley Preston of Oswego, and that one just slips behind the pads of Lexi Levy. Nothing Levy can do on that one, just a bad bounce of the puck, and that's something we said earlier. It's just puck luck so far in this game.
An unfortunate bounce finds the back of the net for a 1-1 tie. Going the final 4 minutes of the second period of play. Morrisville having the momentum now, fed out in front. Corbett gets tied up. Brown takes a swing at it. Cannot get anything going as it's in the corner now. Shines with it. Brown, Corbett battling for it, but behind the net of Levy, it's fed out to the point. A miscue on the pass. Goes all the way down to the other end of the ice. It's going to be Clark with it. Puts on the brakes as Morrisville will reset. Pass right up to center ice is going to be Eason over for Kalinowski. Corbett for it as she'll slow things down a little bit. Flips it up, goes off of Shines and into the visiting penalty box. As we'll have a stoppage of play, 3:37 remaining here in the second period of play right here on WTOP 10. Thomas Turgeon and Kyle Spizak with you for this Newell matinee matchup between Morrisville and Oswego State. The Lakers back in action next Friday where they have a really tough test in number 13 Cortland, a team that knocked them out of the Newell semifinals last year right here in the Deb in an overtime 1-0 final. Face-off won by the Lakers. Mucha battling for it, taking Kalinowski all the way to the boards. Kirakostas tries to knock down the really speedy, aggressive pass, but keeps it in. Burke looking for Mucha out in front, and the point pass not enough as it got knocked down by a Mustang out in front.
Mucha had that one teed up, ready to absolutely fire it if it made it to her stick.
Preston and Kirakostas looking to make a zone entry, but Mucha had to clear the zone before entry. Lease carries it in herself. down the left-hand side, looking to feed one out in front. That went off the skates of Clark. Lisa in the corner. Bringing it out in front, backhands one as that might have went off the pad of Jones, cannot. As Lise blocks the pass, and a couple miscues there leads to the puck going all the way back down to the other end of the ice. Burke for Hull. Looking to find Mucha in center, cannot. As Mac Hull will carry across, a couple Lakers get a change, a 1-on-5 currently. Hull in the corner, she'll send it right down below. It's Malone, Bednarik, back for Malone. Up top, Zemlak cannot get anything going as the pressure by Morrisville at the point. Sent on the back doors, Zemlak. Webster looking to tee one up, she will. That one goes off a leg of a Morrisville defender. It looks like it was Davidson and out of play. 2:10 to go here in the second period of play. Oswego State Morrisville still 1-1 here in a conference matchup. It's going to be competitive. We expected nothing less of a close contest between these two teams.
That's what 4-1 yesterday, but here in the second we have a 1-1 matchup. Both teams seem to get the slew of their offense going in the third period, so we are in an interesting matchup here.
Webster picks up the puck. A huge stop there by Jones, point blank. Webster, one more shot. That's saved as that was on the ricochet. It looked like it might have went off the post. Bednarik battling for it. Webster looking for the pinch. Kanata, and it's taken back by Johnston, a 1-on-1. Johnston. Levy shrugs it off, and it's kicked right back out for Malone, and it's taken back by Oswego. Malone dumps it in as it goes off a Morrisville defender, so it's a fight for it at the blue line. Oswego trying to hold the zone, cannot. They'll regroup back in center ice. Bednarik puts on the brakes, cuts back, brings it into the corner, pulls a U-turn. Shields off the puck there. A pass intended for Hull. That goes off her stick. As Morrisville looks to break out. A pass there. Finds McDonald down the right side. Webster on an angle. Swings on the Popek. Misses it as McDonald goes into the far corner boards. Fed out in front. The shot goes wide. Webster battling for it. 1 minute remaining in the second period of play. As McGrath grabs it for Oswego State. McGrath and Haas a 2-on-4 now. Shot there by McGrath right into the crest of Jones. Another opportunity for Oswego. Some scary stuff on the defensive end, though, Kyle.
Yeah, they're really not doing well in their own defensive zone. They're not clearing out the front of the net. They're allowing Morrisville to get those opportunities in between the hash marks, while Morrisville, on the other hand, the majority of Oswego's shots are coming from outside of the faceoff dot, a very low scoring percentage.
Kalinowski looking for the pass to Easton, but cannot. Shot there, patted away by Levy as it goes to the far side corner. It's picked right up by Pritchard, though. Looks to feed one out in front for Kalinowski. The puck was free right to near the post of Levy as Schill frees it. 30.2 remaining, 1-1. Shots in favor of the Lakers, 23-19 currently. I mean, a 50-50 battle. You're going to see a 50-50 shots pretty much. 23-19, only 4-shot differential when it comes to these two teams so far in a tied game. Zenstein on it as the faceoff was won by Shine. She's been great in the faceoff circle today. Cannot clear. It's kept in. Shot save. Rebound clear to the corner as Zenstein takes a swing on it to bring it into the corner. Zenstein now with it. Looks to find some open ice or someone to pass to as she's pressured by two Mustangs. Drops it off for Shine. 7 seconds left. She looks to send it up for Corbett as she'll almost trip over the blue line, it seems. This is brought back in the defensive zone. The horn will sound. And it's a 1-1 score going into period 3 between the Mustangs and the Oswego State Lakers. Kyle, a close contest nonetheless. Not a lot of finding the back of the net for both of these teams, but we talked about how crucial both teams' goaltending has been with the programs for the last few years, and it's shown. Only 2 goals in total going into period 3, where yesterday a 4-1 scoreline, one of them being an empty netter, so a 3-1 really when it comes to the offense.
Yeah, I mean, both teams have been struggling to get the offense going, whether it be just passes or not getting the good quality shots. That's been Oswego's problem, is quality shots. Morrisville's been getting good shot opportunities. Lexi Levy's just been shutting them down time and time again. But on the other end of the ice, Oswego's shots, a lot of them are coming from either the goal line area or outside the faceoff dots. That's a very low percentage shot area, and really that just makes the job of Jones easy. She just has to clean up that post and keep everything to the outside.
It will really be down to the goaltending as well as the commitment to team defense. But nonetheless, speaking of team defense, Scott Brubaker is ringside with Amanda Zenstein. Scott?
All right, hi guys. I'm joined right now with Amanda Zenstein. How are you feeling after scoring that first goal of the game?
I was just excited to get our team going, so hopefully now that we'll be able to get a few more.
All right, there's been a lot of changes in the lines, players moving around. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're working together well with the rest of your team?
I think that it's good to change things up a little bit to see who works well together, just because this year we're still trying to get everything together. So it'll be good to see who works well together.
All right, and we're tied up 1-1 now. How can the Lakers bring it home in the third period?
We just need to get more shots, and we need to shoot low so there's a lot of rebound opportunities. Just need to crash the net.
All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Let's send it back up to the press box.
Thank you, Scott. Once again, welcome inside the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Turgeon alongside Kyle Spizak. And Kyle, we're only in the third period of play. If you're Oswego State, Amanda Zenstein saying shoot low, generate those rebounds. What about you?
You know, she took the words right out of my mouth. I've been saying that throughout the second period. Oswego's game isn't this flashy, super highlight reel-esque play. Oswego's game is gritty. You got to get in front of the net, get shots on net, and you just got to bang at the puck until it ends up in the back of the net or ends up under the trapper of Jones. That's really what they have to do. It's rebounds, rebounds, rebounds for Oswego.
You've seen a lot of those rebounds really be deflected away. On the other hand, for Lexi Levy, any shot that comes low, she's been able to manage her rebound control very well, either smothering the pucks or clearing them to the corners for Oswego State. I mean, look on the defensive end, the one goal, an unfortunate bounce. They got lucky in the first period, a good save by Levy on the redirection. Second period, a different story, finds the back of the net.
Yeah, that's what Levy's been amazing. Like you said, her rebound control has been some of the best I think I have ever seen, in all honesty, just pushing everything to the corner. She's not allowing second chance opportunities, which has been really crucial because her defense has not been clearing out the front of the net for her. So getting those pucks into the corner, not allowing a second chance opportunity, that is essential for Oswego. Like you said, unfortunately, the one does go off of Preston's leg and finds the back of the net, but that's not on Levy.
It's not on Levy. It's really just an unfortunate bounce for the Oswego State team as a whole, as they're tied after 2 periods of play, 40 minutes down, 20 minutes, potentially more left to go. As we'll take a quick break. When we come back, third period is next. Welcome back to the Deborah F. Stanley Ice Arena for the third period of play between the Oswego State Lakers and the Morrisville State Mustangs, where Oswego looking to break this tie as Morrisville capitalizing on the power play in the second period off a deflection out in front off a defenseman on Oswego, leading to a 1-1 scoreline entering the final frame of play right here on WTOP 10. Thomas Turgeon with you, and beside me is Kyle Spizak, where we definitely have a chess match going into period 3, an exciting matchup, and 20 minutes left to go at least between these two teams.
Yeah, this is a huge matchup for both teams. Morrisville on the one end looking to pick up their first win on the season here in the third period. Oswego, they're trying to extend their wins to 3 in a row now. So with 15 seconds till puck drop and 20 minutes to go in the game, it's do or die for both teams here, Tom.
Definitely do or die, a huge 2 points at stake. Really, if you're Oswego, you can't afford to tie this early in the year. You already have a loss against Potsdam, a team where you probably should have had the victory against. Nonetheless, this bench is fired up right in front of us. We're ready to go here for the third period of play here in the Deb. 1-1, Morrisville, Oswego, third period underway as it's won by the Mustangs. Taken back by Johnston and sent right back in and smacked right back out by Webster as it's brought back as Zemlak. Webster again on the point. Tries to clear it up for Corbett. A 2-on-1 now for Shines with Hudon. One-timer for Hudon. That goes wide as Shogo really sliding into the boards. A drop pass by Shines back for Hudon. Hudon gets taken off the boards, and it's taken right back up though by Morrisville. Grabbed back though by Hudon as she'll carry it back across. Shoveled into the opposite corner. Is picked up by Shines. Looking to feed one right out in front. A miscue on a change as Bednarek goes on the ice late. She'll pick it right back up. Pass there for Haas, and a couple more changes come on as Haas brings it in across the offensive zone. A couple more times. McGrath the backhand, that goes just wide.
McGrath has been all over the ice so far this game. She's due, just kind of waiting for the opportunity to net one home.
Dumped right back in by Oswego State as it's McGrath, the first one on the forecheck. She gets tied up. Grugan. Drop pass now for McGrath behind the net. A cut back as she'll get taken to the boards by Eason. Cleared right back out. No, a ricochet off the shin pad of Zenstein is grabbed back by Shell. As she'll try and do a bank pass for Grugan. That wouldn't get a stick on as they'll go down for an icing. We'll have a face-off back at the other end. Goaltender Lexi Levy hasn't seen any action yet, but it seems like she's about to, a minute 30 into the third period.
And we look at this replay real quick. Just a great one-on-one opportunity coming down on the wing. Looking over for Hudon. Perfect 1-T chance. Just sails it a little bit wide. A little bit earlier, you get that one on net. Chance for a goal.
Puck cleared out by Oswego. Grugan racing on. 7 against 7. Tompkins tying her up as puck comes free. McGrath gets taken down by Tompkins. That will be a penalty. And a power play coming up for Oswego as Levy heads to the bench. It's picked right up for Haas. Extra skater on is Malone. Shell fires one. That gets deflected. A backhander. She scores! Guess who? Ashlyn McGrath makes it a 2-1 game. Oswego State takes the lead.
You know, I didn't curse it this time. I predicted it this time around. I said a minute ago that McGrath was due this game. She's been all over the ice, and it was only a matter of time. Absolutely lights this one up. Rips the backhand in the top left corner. Light the lamp. Oswego takes the lead 2-1 here. 18:06 to go in the third.
And due to the new NCAA rules, although a delayed penalty and scoring on the delayed penalty attempt, Oswego will go to the power play as Tompkins will go to the sin bin. Oswego on the power play, a 2-1 lead. Ashlyn McGrath continues that goal streak with a goal today against Morrisville, a team where she already had 2 yesterday.
And this is a huge momentum builder for Oswego, getting that opportunity there with the goalie out, extra skater, now on the power play. Great chance to get another one here.
Bednarek pass intended for Malone. She fans on it. Is it picked right back up, though, by Simone Bednarek. Finds Grugan. Toe drag there right at the blue line as she'll bring it in. Slows things down a little bit. A pass intended for Malone as she gets taken down. It's grabbed back, though, by Bednarek. They'll reset. Back up top for Malone. Malone for Grugan. Shot there, deflected. That goes wide. It goes off the boards and out. all the way down to the Oswego State defensive zone. A couple of changes now on the power play unit for Oswego State. Bednarek, a drop pass for Zenstein. Cuts back, 1:04 remaining in this power play opportunity. Zenstein, a pass for Hull, up right to center ice. Hull, a backhand off the pad, rebound. That one would be blocked as Shines looking for the opportunity. It's kept right back in though. Hull tries to fire it to open ice, and it's picked right back up. Webster, Zenstein, shot wide. Grabbed back though by the goal scorer in the third period, Ash McGrath. She whiffs on it. Kept right back in though by Kira Costas. Webster looks for Zenstein as they'll swap spots. A little miscommunication, couldn't get a pass there. Webster there, shot on, and that gets deflected wide off the boards, right back up. Zenstein on the pinch with the poke check, kept right back in. McGrath, drop pass for Kira Costas. Up for Webster. Can't get a shot on as she got sticked away by Morrisville defender up top. That was Eason. Webster, Zenstein. Looking for a shot there. That one goes over. I don't think Jones saw that. Didn't even move. Kept right back up, though. Webster, a shot there. Deflected off the skate of Pritchard as Morrisville will go at full strength. As the puck goes behind the net, Kirikostas the first one on it. Morrisville needing a change desperately. This penalty kill unit still out there, not able to get a change. Oswego, this power play unit as well, been out there for quite some time as a pass there intended for Davidson. Got knocked down by Zenstein off a skate. An intended pass by Webster as there is an injury on the play. It looks like it is Davidson. There's a really awkward collision there with Zenstein. The puck was flipped. It went off of Zenstein's leg, and she collided right into the backside of Zenstein and taking a tumble as teams will go to the benches. Nonetheless, Oswego a 2-1 score here, and with 15:34 remaining here in this third period of play. Oswego winning the shot battle as well, 25-20, as Davidson will get up and skate to the bench on her own power. She seems at least a little bit fine going to the bench. If she's skating by herself, can't be too major, but nonetheless, a little bit of a scary collision there between Davidson and Zenstein.
Yeah, totally unintentional collision there. Both of them just going for the puck, didn't see one another, and collide with each other there at Oswego's blue line. Just an unfortunate play there. Never like to see anybody get hurt on the ice, but thankfully she was able to skate off on her own accord, like you said there. Now we got face-off.
See a couple scary collisions so far in this game. Comboy battling for it in front of the Lakers bench as Burke grabs it and tries to poke it right in deep into the offensive zone. Burke, Mucha, and Comboy all getting gritty with it on the corner, and cleared right back out, though, by Morrisville. Shell with the poke check, which leads it back in the neutral zone as Morrisville will attempt to bring it in. It is Clark. Taken back, though, is Brown. Fires one on goal. That one gets deflected. One more save. Rebound again. Battling out in front. Finds Mucha on the far side as she'll take it back to really buy some time, rather. Mucha for Burke and brings it into the offensive zone. Finds Comboy, a toe drag there. Getting a little fancy with it. Finds Shines in the corner. A drop pass for a streaking Corbett, cannot find it. Hudon poke checks it, though, and keeps it in the offensive zone for Oswego State. She's first on the forecheck on Johnston as that gets ringed around and cleared by the Mustangs. Lease, the first one racing for it, is kept in, though, as Pritchard will be on the forecheck as well. Preston along the boards. Looks like Lease as well. Pritchard joining in, a 2-on-2, pinning against the boards as the puck finally comes free. It was Eason and Pritchard on the forecheck for Morrisville as Preston will send it to the opposite side. Lease with a backhander. That gets knocked down by Kalinowski, whether intended or not. Morrisville keeps the possession in the offensive zone. Preston again with the turnover, forces it as she gets sent into the boards as Hudon carries it across. Hudon, drop pass for Preston. A miscued pass into the skate of Lease. A shot coming on. That got deflected and into the corner. Cleared out by the Mustangs. Preston fires it right back in, but it's taken back as Tompkins. going the other way. Morrisville now 2-on-1. Shot off the pad of Levy. Cleared to the corner by Grugan as she'll send it for McGrath, who has the goal here in this third period of play. 13-15 remaining here in the final frame. Oswego up 2-1 on Morrisville in their second matchup of the home-and-home series. Fed out in front. Grugan couldn't get a stick on it. She'll get taken down. Haas with it, though, kept it in, but it's knocked right back out, though, by Davidson. Webster looking to find Haas in front of the bench. She will. Haas pulling a couple nice moves right just short of the blue line. Grugan drops it off for Zemlak. A shot there. Sticked away by Jones. Haas getting tied up. Just pokes it into the near side corner as McGrath takes it. Zemlak just sends one right back in. Bednarek on the forecheck. Gets it stick down. A backhand pass, didn't even look, and it goes a turnover the other way. McDonald with a break now on the side shot right into the glove of Lexi Levy, or really the chest protector rather, and bounces off the chest into the glove in a stoppage. 12:25 remaining here in this third period of play.
Yeah, a little hiccup there by Zemlak, allowing Morrisville to get behind her there. But on that shot opportunity, that was an outside opportunity beyond the dot. Not a good angle at the shot, and like you said, just straight in the chest of Levy. No difficulty in stopping that one.
Oswego State taking it away. It's Malone. She's got some speed. She tries to barge her way through Palomita, and she will. Malone shot off the post. Malone looking for Bednarek. A missed pass taken away by Brown. This is grabbed back by Johnston, looking to feed one towards the mill, cannot. Mac Hall on the cutback towards center. She'll bring it in on the far side, dump it in. It goes around the boards behind the net of Jones. As Bednarek and Hull looked for the sandwich but could not get the proper forecheck as it comes out. Shell, a missed pass, and that gets redirected back into the Oswego State defensive zone. Pritchard out in front. It's taken back, though, by Mucha. A nice cutback there. And it's grabbed back. Kirikostas sticked away, though, by Clark as it's sent right back down behind the net. Mucha looking to get a stick on it, cannot. Kirikostas will instead. Zinner skates. Mucha swings at it. That's just a spinning puck that just slowly dwindles away into the near side corner. Kirikostas fed one out in front. Everyone tied up in front, and it's cleared out by the Mustangs. It's Kalinowski again. Preston angling her off to the side, and nothing there as Oswego State able to clear rather easily. Burke bringing it down the far side. Drop pass. Shot. Blocked away, and that looks like Shines with the shot. Got tied up. Shines feeding one out in front. Intended for Burke. Caught the official up high. We'll hope he's okay. Nonetheless, it's picked right up by Burke again, and they'll cycle. Shines fed out in front looking for Corbett. Instead finds Lease. That one goes wide. Oswego in this relentless forecheck. Hudon now on. They'll still have possession. Morrisville looking to clear. They finally will find a little gap on the blue line. Lease racing for it. As she'll get tied up. It's taken away by the Mustangs. Fed one out in front. Preston got a stick on it. One more shot. That one goes right into the glove of Levy. A couple shoves there. Lease gets taken down by Brown. But nonetheless, a stoppage of play. Hudon talking to an official now. As 10:05 remaining here in this third period of play. 2-1 in favor of Oswego State. A chippy game nonetheless here in the second half of this third period as McGrath looks to backhand pass intended for Grugan. She got taken down. No icing as it gets waved off. Palomita, the first one on it. Banked off the boards and kept in, though, by Oswego State, or at least in the offensive half of the ice. As it's bounced back and found his Lutz. As Morrisville finally breaks out, it's McDonald. Webster angling her to the boards as she'll try and tie her up. Grabbed his Brown, takes it across to the far side. Zemlak for McGrath. McGrath down the far side. She just tries to fire one on goal. That goes wide. Haas for Grugan as she fires it to the open ice corner. the far side as they'll get a couple changes. Morrisville trying to fly the zone a little bit and try and catch a break on this Oswego defense, who's been relatively sound in this third period of play. A shot coming on from the low corner that's sticked right back down beneath the goal line by Levy. Fed out in front, off a few skates, and taken out by Simone Bednarek. A 3-on-2 now for Oswego State as Morrisville will get all the way back in, and we will have a delayed penalty on the play. It will be a hook. And Morrisville going to the penalty box again. Oswego State will go on the power play. It will be going to Elena McDonald as she will be going to the penalty box for a hook. Oswego going to the power play. They didn't convert on the actual power play itself, but converted on the odd man opportunity while the delayed penalty was happening.
Yeah, so and on that last power play, we saw Oswego improve a lot from previous power plays throughout the game. For example, just the puck movement was a lot better, finding people along the top of the zone, stick-to-stick passes. That's been the key here in this third period, is they have cleaned up their passing game a lot. A good clear by Palamita as she took a shot off the glass, and Grugan couldn't knock it down. Oswego going on the power play once again. Malone puts on the brakes, loses control, but scooped right back up by Bednarek. Oswego slowing things down. Grugan shot blocked by, it looked like Hull out in front, and it's cleared right back out by Eason. It goes right down on goal of Levy. She'll settle it down for Bednarek behind the net. Grugan now as she'll find the opposite end of the ice for Malone. A nice saucer pass there as Oswego will bring things in. 1:15 to go in this power play. Drops it off for Haas. Pauses back, finds Bednarek. Back for Haas. Pump fakes on the shot. Drops it off for Malone. This time she'll get a shot. Kind of gets sticked up there, but couldn't get a shot completely as it's kept in by Bednarek as Haas lost a wheel on her skates pretty much, and Bednarek was able to scoop up the loose puck. A backdoor finds Haas. Back up for Malone. Shot there. Save. Rebound. As the puck came free, Haas picks it up. 42 seconds remaining in this power play opportunity. Malone. Bednarek. Back for Malone. A one-timer shot. That got blocked by Pritchard and cleared all the way down the length of the ice. 30 seconds remaining in this penalty to McDonald. 7:08 remaining in the game, or third period rather, between Oswego State and Morrisville. Zenstein cuts back. A nice little move there. Bednarek for McGrath. As they'll slow things down, try and get set up for one more power play opportunity. McGrath loses control of it. Webster picks it up instead. Fires one out in front. Kirikostas couldn't get a stick on it. Zenstein looking to pinch, cannot. And burned by is Davidson. She's got break. McGrath, a drop pass looking for Johnson. She got tied up. Oswego State getting away barely with a scary opportunity. Morrisville, right place, right time. As they got back to even strength, they'll bring it right back in again. A one-timer opportunity by Davidson. She was tied up by Shines. A firing pass for Kirikostas that rolls off her stick and grabbed back, though, by Morrisville. It's Clark. Kirikostas in for it. There's a little bit of miscommunication there for Oswego State as Morrisville regroups. Dumped right back in, though, by the Mustangs. As it's Webster for Comboy. As Tompkins on it. A good block there. It's scooped up by Mucha. 2-on-1, 3-on-1 potentially. Mucha, right side, shot, save, rebound was Comboy crushing the goal. Couldn't get a shot on there. Oswego State couldn't get anything. Mucha takes a tumble, grabbed right back by Comboy and chipped in. Tompkins gloves it down, and it's cleared right back out, though, by the Mustangs. It's going to be Pritchard carrying it across. Mucha with it, looks to clear it. A turnover instead, a shot that got blocked out in front. Could have been a costly turnover if it wasn't for a quality block for Oswego State. Great block by Zemlak to keep the puck out of the back of the net and keep some pressure off Alexi Levy, who has faced 27 shots, throughout the course of this game.
On the other hand, it's McGrath, another shot. That one goes wildly wide, but Bedrick picks up the rebound, a spinning puck up in the air. McGrath knocks it down as she gets sandwiched together. Puck comes free. Oswego State maintains possession. She finds Haas. Haas sends it one more time into the near side corner. That is cleared out by Morrisville. 4:35 remaining here in this third period of play. A shot coming on far away and cleared to the corner and taken right back out though by Oswego. A 3-on-2. Haas looking for it. Couldn't get the proper move she wanted. As she'll go off the ice for a change. Tried to get a little too fancy with it. Hudon keeping it in though. Palamita now and finds the opposite corner, found in the slot, taken back though by Oswego, fed out for Hudon, one-timer, she scores! The captain connects, 3-1, Oswego State.
Oh, captain, my captain. Just like earlier, same play, same person. This time, Hudon makes a connection on it, puts that one right through the 5-hole of Jones, and like Thanos said, she is inevitable.
She is inevitable. A one-timer. Jones almost had it. It goes off her skate and into the goal. 4:03 remaining. That's Hudon's first goal as an Oswego State Laker. Last year didn't record any goals in the 15 games played by the Alex Bay native, but finding her first as a captain, as a leader of this team, and a first one at the program after transferring from Nazareth. 3:50 remaining here in this third period of play. Oswego padding that lead up to 3-1.
Huge, huge, huge goal there for Oswego to extend the lead to 3-1 with 3:45 here to go in the third period. And this canoe is rowing, Turgeon.
The boat is rolling, but we'll send it down ringside where Scott Brubaker is awaiting. Scott, take it away.
All right, thanks, guys. After that last goal, this may be a small crowd, but they really lit up. You could tell everyone was on their edge of their seats right before. They were wondering if Morrisville was going to get another point, but now we're 3-1 for the Lakers. Let's send it back up to the press box.
Thank you, Scott. As always, Oswego State now up 2 goals with 3:45 remaining. Does it look like Oswego will call the timeout, not Morrisville? One would think Morrisville will call the timeout, but it was Oswego State calling the timeout. I think Coach Digby really trying to get everyone settled down. Things got a little bit chaotic over the last few minutes. A couple odd man rushes. I don't think that's where he wants to go out of this. Morrisville still plenty of time, though. 3 minutes and 45 seconds, a lot of time. A 2-goal lead, one of the tougher leads to keep in hockey. You have 1 goal. If Morrisville does score, then it's a 1-goal game.
Like you mentioned, Turge, just you're a former player yourself. The 2-goal lead is a dangerous lead when it comes to the game of hockey because you feel like you have that comfortable lead, but you know this game as well as I do. Just one bad bounce of the puck can completely shift the momentum and the game within seconds. So Oswego has to really lock down on defense here as we check this replay of the Hudon goal. Goes off the right skate, off the left skate of Jones, and then right into the back of the cage as we have that nice behind the net angle there. In front we have the angle, just a good play. She doesn't take a second to stop the puck, control it, which would allow Jones to get time to move in position. The whole reason she's able to score that goal is she just gets it and fires it on the spot.
We see the line that Coach Digby decided to roll with. It's Zensti and Shell on defense. Haas, Grugan, and McGrath. Lots of speed, as we mentioned, on this line for Oswego State. McGrath looking clear, but it's kept in, though, by Pritchard. An empty net now for Morrisville. McGrath takes it away. She's looking for her 4th in 2 games, potentially for Oswego State. An empty net now at the other end, as Jones will be at the bench. Grugan grabs it, brings it in, looks to seal the deal. Shot there, the deflection wide by maybe. Kept at the end, but cleared out by Morrisville. It's going to be Johnston carrying it down the left-hand side.
Well, maybe should be a goalie with that save right there.
Cleared out, though, by Haas. McGrath looking for her second on the day. Got it!
And that is it. 4 goals, 2 days against the same team here. 4-1, a repeat of last night's score right now. As McGrath gets her 2nd goal on the night. She has been electric this year. That's her 6th goal in 4 games. She cannot be stopped right now. She is just honestly the most electric player this Lakers team has right now. That one just bings barely off the post, but when you're playing as well as she is right now, things are just going to go in your way.
A little bit of puck luck there, off the post and in. McGrath looked to just throw it on goal, and the hockey gods answer. A shot coming on now, and Oswego leads 4-1 and 2:45 remaining here in this third period of play. Bednarik battling for it now with Hull in the corner as well. Oswego State looking to hold their own. Malone keeps it in. It's Bednarik again. Simone Bednarik fans on the pass. It's cleared right back out, though, by Morrisville. Webster. Malone pinned to the boards as the puck goes off glass, off the helmet of Malone, and brought back in by Oswego State. Bednarik shot. That goes just wide off the boards. Hits the outside of the net. Oswego really looks to eat the clock away. 2:08 to go here in this third period of play. Thomas Turgeon and Kyle Spizak with you right here on WTOP 10. Oswego looks to seal the deal and cap off a sweep for these Lakers against the Morrisville State Mustangs as the puck comes free behind the net. A lot of sticks, a lot of bodies in there. As it looks like it's Webster that falls down. Puck out in front, a spinning puck. Levy holding her own. She gets pushed into the goal. And it'll be a stoppage of play.
But what for is the question?
We'll see in a moment as Levy seems shoved into the goal. A minute 42 remaining here in this third period of play. As we mentioned, Oswego State up 4-1. They will be back in action at home again next Friday against Cortland to take part in another home-and-home series against the number 13 team in the nation currently, the Cortland Red Dragons. A tough matchup next weekend in Newell play.
Oswego set to go up against Cortland in a pretty decent spot right now, though. This will, if they are able to close this game out in the next minute 42, that will be their third win in a row after a slow start to the season. So momentum's rolling here for the Lakers. You just got to keep the train on the tracks. Try not to let things derail here in the, last minute 42 of the game and next game coming up on Friday.
And you look at that collision that you just saw on your screen, a little bit of a physicality. Webster, that is why the faceoff was inside the zone. A little bit of couple shoving and onto the goaltender of Lexi Levy. The puck landing on the netting outside.
The officials are still deliberating on what the official call was. And it appears that they are going to stick with their call. There was no goalie interference on the play, as they're just now talking to Morrisville coaches, clearing things up on what happened with the play.
Melissa Lamonaco talking with officials. Overall record 160, 123, and 10 overall as a head coach. Fifth season at the program. Coached at Utica, Adrian Colgate, as well as SUNY Canton. Current record at Morrisville, 81, 70, and 10 as Oswego wins the draw, clears it up, finds Hall, a deflected puck, and that goes all the way on goal of Jones. A minute 32 remaining here in this third period of play. Oswego State up 4-1, looking to just seal the deal, and just a little over 90 seconds away from getting their third straight win on the year to bring them back up to 500.
Yeah, if you're the Lakers, you're not necessarily looking to put another one in the net now, although that would extend the lead and almost secure the win. The best bet you have now is get control of the puck and just run out the rest of the clock to victory.
Burke and Kirakostas in the corner. Picked right back up, though, by Burke. As she'll just send it right back in below the goal. Kirakostas has it, a minute 15 remaining. She'll put on the brakes, find Mucha. Backhand pass for Kirakostas got sticked away. Cleared right back out to open ice, 1:05 remaining. A turnover there by Zemlak as it's grabbed back by Brown. A shot, that one goes off high glass. Kirakostas looks to clear, cannot. Mucha will pick it up instead. A 3-on-2 currently. Bringing it in is Mucha. A shot there, patted away. Rebound, Kirakostas couldn't get a stick on it. She was angled off. 43 ticks remaining here in this third period of play. Oswego looking to coast their way into their third straight win after starting off the season 0-3. Brought back in the corner now. Oswego Angling a Mustang into the corner. That was Comboy. Webster gets taken down. It's taken away, though, is Easton bringing it in on Levy, and that one goes high. Lease gets tied up. It's grabbed back by Kalinowski. 15 left. A shot, save, rebound. Cleared to the corner. Hudon doesn't have a stick now. It's puck in the corner. 6 seconds left as it's brought into the corner. Webster pressuring Kalinowski behind the net. Now fed on front for Easton. Now clear the zone. The horn will sound. And Oswego State finds their 3rd straight win of the year. After starting off 0-3, back-to-back losses against Adrian, a loss against Potsdam, find 3 straight conference wins and 6 crucial points going into next weekend against Cortland.
Yeah, this was a really, really, really big weekend for the Lakers, as you mentioned. They dropped their first 3 games on the year, which isn't good for point standings in the Newell, but they were able to pick up 6 points here this weekend, which will hopefully move the Lakers up. And Morrisville drops another 2 this weekend, still winless on the year so far, as we hear the buzzer going off in the background there. But Morrisville, they really looked good in the final minute or 2 of that game there. It was just a little too out of reach come that point. We saw some really good opportunities down on Levy there. Really had to put herself out, spread across the crease to make some saves there. But at the end of the day, it's 4-1 as the final whistle or buzzer goes off. Oswego State wins this one. 34 shots compared to Morrisville's 27. So really, other than the score, this was a very evenly matched game, Thomas.
Yeah, it was an overall 50-50 contest all the way down the final minutes. I mean, you look at Taylor Hudon getting that crucial goal to pad the lead to make it a 3-1 contest. Ash McGrath getting a 4-1 final for Oswego State. The same score that they did yesterday. McGrath with 2 goals like yesterday. I would say it was the same game, but it really wasn't. I mean, you look at this contest was really a 50-50 contest, whatever way you look at it. Yesterday, not as much. The shots on goal were relatively the same today. I mean, only 7-shot differential. Yesterday, Oswego outshooting them 45-19. So nonetheless, Oswego State getting a crucial 2 points here tonight against Morrisville, where it was a huge victory for morale-wise. It was a huge victory for the team, for the standings. Overall, just getting back on the right foot.
Yeah, huge win, like you said. Just momentum, really. That's hockey's a game of momentum. That's the most important thing in this game, is when you're doing good, your team's feeling good, you're having fun out there. When you're having fun, that's when you're playing your best hockey. Nobody wants to be playing hockey when your team's losing 4 or 5 games in a row. So this will be a good momentum builder for the team. Hopefully build some more chemistry in the locker room, as they have been over the last couple of games.
Absolutely, and we're going to send down ringside, who's with Taylor Hudon, the captain of the Oswego State Lakers. Scott, take it away.
All right, hi guys, I'm down here with Taylor Hudon. So Taylor, tell me what you saw when you made that goal that really put the game out of reach for Morrison.
I think just really giving support to my players and getting open in front of the net. No one was on me. I saw the opportunity, and definitely just a quick shot was definitely the move, because they were pretty pressured on us the entire game.
Have you seen a change of dynamic of the team from the beginning of the season to where you are now?
Definitely are shifting our focus, more dialed into the game, instead of our carefree usual warm up. We've been more dialed in for sure.
And finally, this is your 3rd win in a row now. How are you going to use that momentum to keep going for the rest of the season?
Just keeping to our structure, doing the same things, same fundamentals, just really structurally sound play, and just staying motivated.
All right, Taylor Hudon, thank you very much. That's going to be all from me down here. I'm going to send it back up to you guys in the press box.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Scott, thank you as always. An excellent job down there ringside, giving us all we need to know about Lakers hockey. Welcome back inside the Steve Levy press box. Thomas Sturgeon, Kyle Spizak with you for the post-game report. Oswego State takes it 4-1. Kyle, as we said, it wasn't really the game that was shown yesterday for both teams, but nonetheless, the score doesn't lie. Oswego with a huge 2 points.
Yeah, same score in both games. Like you said, they were very different games. Oswego controlled very heavily last game, but this game, just look at the game summary. Saves, shots on goals, face-offs. This was a very, very close game. Oswego just got a few bounces of the puck that went their way better. That Ashley McGrath backhand goal, she lifted that one right over the blocker of Jones. And then that Hudon one-timer that just goes off both skates of Jones. that's just some good puck luck for Oswego. Bad bounces for Morrisville.
An unfortunate bounce for Morrisville that really sealed their fate here at the DAB. Oswego State getting 2 consecutive wins against the Mustangs, both by the same scoreline. 3 consecutive wins now in league play. We mentioned again and again, they go up against Cortland next weekend, a huge test. Cortland coming off of a win against Buffalo State last night. A win again today for Cortland as well. So nonetheless, you look at going into next week, a tough test, a different team, and definitely higher stakes for this Oswego State team.
Yeah, Lakers got a good weekend. They got some momentum rolling. Now you got the week to really of practice to really focus on those things that you need to improve on, which they got to work on some team defense. The defense didn't exactly clear the front of the net as well as they should have. They made some really bad decisions to pinch when they shouldn't have, which almost hurt them in a few instances, but on the other end, Levy was able to step up and stop it for them. So thankfully they have that backup when they do make those mistakes.
And you talk about Lexi Levy, now her 4th consecutive start. And not to mention 3 wins out of those 4 consecutive starts for the post-university transfer, number 1 in white today. Getting a huge job on the back end, making a ton of saves to keep this game at bay for Oswego State. Their defense locking down against this Morrisville team.
Yeah, honestly, Oswego, they had a few players that really stood out this game. It was Lexi Levy, obviously, and not just played outstanding as she has been the entire season so far. And McGrath has just been filthy the last 5-6 games, just putting up those 4-5 goals, or 6 goals, my apologies, across the last 4 games, and getting assists along with them. That's so not only putting points up yourself in the back of the net, but getting them from playmaking and facilitating the offense through breakouts, cycles down in the corner, and just finding that open man. That's been really important for the Lakers. One
of the key terms is scoring by committee for this team this year so far. As we're going to wrap things up here in the Steve Levy press box. From producer Luke Rosenthal, Kyle Spizak, I'm Thomas Sturgeon. The Lakers take this one 4-1 is your final. We'll see you next week against Cortland. Good night.
Thank you.